Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I'm really excited because this is my second drugstore makeup tutorial, and I had mentioned that I was going to do this in my last video, so if you want to see my last video, I will link it down below. That video was me actually using what I've used in this video. I already put it away, so I won't get it, but it is using a drugstore versus a high-end under eye setting powder, the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. So if you wanted to check that video out, I will link it down below. But I had mentioned that I was going to do another drugstore tutorial because the drugstore game is just completely different than it was when I did a drugstore tutorial like 4 months ago, something like that. So I was like, I gotta do another one because it's just, the products are unbelievable that have just launched and come out just in the past couple of months. So I have been just doing my thing and constantly buying makeup like I always do and wonder why I'm broke all the time. Some of the products I used, I've used them, I've had them, whereas other products I've used are 100% first impressions. I love it, and I hope you do too. So let's just jump right into this video. Okay, so first things first, I'm not naked. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that just for, I don't know, but I wanted to clarify that. So I have a lot of new drugstore products to use today. I'm really excited. Some of the stuff that I have is actually like first impressions, which is really cool, which is what I'm going to start out with, which is the e.l.f. This is the mattifying primer, and I just got this today. Like, I've been using the same drugstore primers for years, and I just never get away with them, or can never get away from them. So I've just been hearing so much good stuff about the e.l.f. products, and especially the primers I wanted, which is the poreless and mattifying one, and they have a whole bunch of different primers for like whatever your problem is. If you're oily, if you're dry, like toning, all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna take a little bit, and ooh, this feels really good on the face. I like it. It smells okay. It's not bad. I like the feel of it. Yeah, I really like the feel of this so far. So I just want it to do its job. Keep me matte because it's starting to heat up. So I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite foundations, like of all time. Usually this is what I use if I'm going out. Like, this foundation never fails me, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. It is, and I think it always will be, my favorite foundation. I prefer it over a lot of my high-end foundations. And I bought this shade today because I have been self-tanning. So, I don't know if it's going to be too dark. But I have shades 101, 102, and this is shade 103. But obviously I want it to match my neck, so it is a little bit darker than my face. But I think even if it is a little too dark, once I get everything else on, it'll be alright. You know, sometimes you can put a primer on, then you put the foundation on, and they just do not get along, and it's a not good situation, and you have to start all over sometimes. With the primer and this foundation, it is working, which makes me happy because I'm always afraid to try different stuff when I know what works already. So yeah, it looks good, which makes me happy because that's my favorite foundation. So let's move on. For concealer today, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I have not used this in years. Just got this today as well because I don't know why, but my NYX concealer has not been like my friend lately. It has been given me problems, and I was like, I need to go get a different concealer for this video. So, and to be honest, I tried to film this video toward the end of last week, and it turned out to be a damn hot mess, and one of the reasons was because of that NYX concealer. So I'm like, let's try a different one. So this is in Fair, and yeah, I think it's going to be a good color for me. I have so many more options with drugstore makeup when I self-tan, so that makes me happy. But to be honest, I do not like self-tanning, but I do it every year, so I guess I don't hate it that much. So to set my concealer, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Master Fix powder and set it. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use my Maybelline Shine Free powder. It's the loose powder in light. This is so messy. Ugh. So for the eyes, I'm going to use a palette I've never used, which I'm really excited because I did swatch the colors in this palette and I was like, holy Jesus, like this palette I think is going to exceed my expectations. I can't even talk. It is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette, and this one is in warm neutrals. And let me open this. Look how pretty these colors are. Like, this is my palette wrapped up in one, for real. These colors are amazing. Like, so pretty. And so many options from a drugstore palette, which, oh my god. This I have high hopes for. So let's go ahead. And I'm going to go ahead and start with this like matte pinky, can you see? Like this matte pinky brown, not brown, but this shade, and put that, put that all over my eyelid up to my brow bone. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade up here and basically do the exact same thing I just did. Now on a little pencil brush, I'm going to take this kind of, can you see? This very like dark purpley shade and smoke out my lash line. That is so pigmented. I'm gonna go back in with no additional product on this and just blend everything together. Now on my finger, I'm actually just gonna take this shade right here and pop it basically kind of in the middle. Which maybe I'll try and spray a brush. Spray my brush just with some setting spray and then pick up that shade. Now I'm going to take some of this and put it on the inner part of my eyelid. I'm going to take some of this shade and just put some of that on the outer corner of my eye. I'm going to go back in again with no additional product. Actually, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this and just blend like the outer parts of this so it's not so harsh. I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line with this shade right here, just with a pencil brush. Ooh, this dude is pigmented. Heck yeah. think I'm going to go in with this shade right here and highlight my inner corners. You know what, whatever, a lot of the times I just put some on the end of my pinky and just do it that way. Oh yeah, I like that. Now I'm going to curl my lashes, pop on my lashes, and let me see the lashes. The lashes I'm going to use today are the Ardell double stacked or double up lashes in 207, which are like my favorite drugstore lashes at the moment. And I'm also going to do my brows off camera. I'll do all that off camera and then I will be back. So have you ever like picked the old glue off of your lashes to reuse them and then like a piece of it comes off? Like, that's what happened with this eye. So they're a little bit uneven. Like, I don't have as much on the end of this eye, but it's gonna work, you know? I think unless you were really looking for it, you wouldn't know, right? So for mascara, I've been using this probably in almost every tutorial I've been doing, or anytime I'm just wearing it anyway. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. This mascara is amazing, and it'll always probably be my #1 drugstore mascara. Oh, I forgot to mention what I used on my eyebrows. There goes my palette. What I used on my eyebrows is what I used in my last drugstore tutorial. It's the Maybelline Precise Micro Crayon pencil in Auburn. So I have been obsessed with putting glitter as eyeliner. I've been doing it so much lately. I did it, I think, in my last video with silver, and then I actually did it yesterday. So I'm going to use the Liquid Crystal NYX liner in gold. And I just get a lot on the brush and then put it on like it was eyeliner. Boom. Boom. Okay, now to contour. After spending that much time on my flipping eyes, like, I cannot catch a break today when it comes to my lashes, just in my mascara. It is quite the show. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Contour Palette. So it comes with a contour shade, a blush shade, and a highlight shade. Let's go ahead and use that contour color and contour our face. If you ever notice me not putting a lot of foundation on my forehead, or not any foundation on my forehead, it is because I have the most wrinkly forehead, and because I'm just a very expressive person, so I have a very wrinkly forehead, and if I put like foundation on my forehead, it just really gets into the creases. Well, I have one really bad one right across my forehead, so I don't like to put a lot of foundation on my forehead. And sometimes I won't put any, it'll just be powder. So yeah, so if you ever see that and wonder, why isn't she putting any foundation on her forehead? Well, that's why. I'm going to go ahead and use the blush color in here. I think it's really pretty, and from the last video, it's really pigmented, and you would think I would learn my lesson, but I still slapped a lot on there. Very pretty color. I really like this blush. Now, the other day for highlight, I did use this, and it is very, very pretty. It's just a very subtle highlight, which, I mean, a lot of us do like a subtle highlight. So, you know, me, I like a blinding, like, stupid bright highlight, but if you like a very subtle, pretty highlight, see, it's pretty. I like it. See, it's a very pretty, hopefully the camera's picking it up, but it's a very, very pretty, subtle, I guess you could say natural. I would say more of a natural highlight. I think it's more of a natural highlight. I am going to go in with the Wet n Wild highlight in the shade Precious Petals. This is one of my favorite highlights. I use this a lot of times over my high-end highlighters because it is so pretty and the price is amazing. I think it is a stunning, really pretty highlight from the drugstore. So I approve and I like it. And we're just gonna go a little crazy with the highlight today. Now for lips, I have several options that I was going to do, but I stuck with this one and I'm gonna do it. This is the Revlon Ultra HD in Rose Cortez. And now to finish off the look, I'm gonna use my Milani Make It Last setting spray. This has been my go-to setting spray for like a month or two now since it has come out. It is better than a lot of high-end setting sprays. I'm just saying, this is what I've been using non-stop. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you like it. I know I like it. It's fun. It has a little bit of glitter to it. I like the eyeshadow colors. I really like that eyeshadow palette. The highlighters are amazing, and it's so cool that like a drugstore highlighter like this can just outdo so many high-end highlighters. Like I go to reach for those more to this more than I do some of my higher end palettes, and that's what's so cool. As for this, I'm not that crazy about the contour color. I love the blush and I love the highlight, but maybe if I was to get this in the darker palette, like I said, this is the light to medium, so maybe if I got like the medium to dark, now that I have self-tan, maybe I wouldn't have had to keep going back in and using so much, but it's not that bad. And of course, like I said, the Milani Make It Last setting spray is amazing. Like, my makeup just does something completely different once I get the Milani Make It Last setting spray on. So I'm impressed. I'm really glad I did this video because I feel like my last one I wasn't crazy about or that happy about. I made what I got work, but since whatever the drugstore brands have started doing, they have like changed the makeup game in my opinion. So it's awesome. I like the way this turned out. I hope you did too. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you on my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.